ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं सजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान्
ललिता
दलिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पश्चात् देशतारिणे नमो महावताय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमो ब्रह्मणा देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगत्याय कृष्ण गोविंदाय हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं हरि ओं तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. So thank you so much everyone for joining. Welcome to our Bhakti Vriksha, where we are discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, the Amal Puran, right? The ripened fruit of all the Vedic scriptures. So hope everyone is able to continue reading at home also, Srimad Bhagavatam, whatever we are discussing here. And till now, anybody would like to recap a bit in very short, very crisply what we have discussed so far. We are discussing Chaitanya Charitamrita, basically Chaitanya Charitra, right? Mahaprabhu's pastimes, right? So, or last time what we have discussed. So, anybody remember? And just
Yes, Prabhu, the first time of Chirachora Gopinath, when Mahaprabhu was traveling towards Puri, he stayed at Remuna and for some time, and he was remembering the pastime of
Gopinath.
don't remember who's Madhavendra Nath Puri, I think.
Yes, Madhavan Puri's past.
Madhavendra past.
Yeah. So Madhavan Puri was a very exalted devotee, and Lord has stolen, right, kheer for him. So that Kheer Chor Gopinath story we have heard, and it was very sweet pastime, right, of Lord and his devotee, Madhavan Puri. So we'll continue, right? We'll continue reading. So till I think here, this after visiting a temple of Kheer Chor at Ramana. Yeah, we have to start, I think, from here. The Lord visited many more. Yeah, this one I think we have just completed. The Lord relished the story with great pleasure. So I have shared that.
Yes, Prabhuji, this is
Drama.
all.
So yeah, so drama. Anybody got time to watch that drama? That is very
Yes,
wonderful.
Prabhuji, I was able to watch.
Yeah.
It was very nice. Awesome.
It is in Hindi, but yeah, I mean.
It is in Hindi.
I think I can find it in English also. So
Mm.
we will get, I think, from Radha Gopinath Media. So Mumbai Chapati Temple. They are also doing very nice dramas in English. So I think if I'll get it, I'll just share with all of you. So so this was the wonderful pastime of Kirshor Gopinath and Yamuna, and then we'll start from here.
Mm. Yes, Prabhuji.
So, Ataji, would like to
Yes,
start?
Prabhuji. I will. Hare Krishna. After
Hare
visiting the temple of Krishna, Krishna,
Sheer
Shira Gopa Gopinatha of Remuna at Balasura in Orissa, the Lord proceeded towards Puri and on the way visited the temple of Sakshi Gopala, who appeared to as a witness in the matter of two Brahmana devotees' family quarrel. The Lord heard the story of Sakshi Gopala with great pleasure because he wanted to impress upon the atheists that the worshipable deities in the temple approved by the great acharyas are not idols, as alleged by men with a poor fund of knowledge. The deity in the temple is the Akra incarnation of the personality of God, and thus the deity is identical with the Lord in all respects. He responds to the proportion of the devotees' affection for him. In the story of Sakshi Gopala, in which there is a family misunderstanding by two devotees of the Lord, in order to mitigate the turmoil of, as well as to show specific favor or in his to his servitors, traveled from Vrindavana to Vidyanagara, a village in Orissa, in the form of his Archadic incarnation. From there, the deity was brought into Cuttack, and thus the temple of Sakshi Gopala is even today visited by thousands of pilgrims on the way to Jagannatha Puri. The Lord stayed overnight there and began to proceed towards Puri. On the way, his sannyasa rod was broken by Nityananda Prabhu. The Lord became apparently angry with him about this and went alone to Puri, leaving his companion behind.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is Archa. We call it like in our Sanskrit, right? C is pronounced as Cha.
Cha, okay.
Yeah, this is written in Sanskrit in English, right? So the same diacritics, the word we use. This S below this dot is Sha.
Okay, Archa it comes, sir.
And this is KS means
Shira.
Shir. Yeah,
Shira. Shira Chora Gopinatha.
Shira is Chora. Yeah.
Gopinatha.
And this similarly, this is
Archa.
So we call it Archa Vigraha, right?
Okay, Archa Vigraha.
Yeah, DT is in Hindi or in Sanskrit, it's called Archa Vigraha. Right? So that is
okay.
Archa. So this is again wonderful pastime of Sakshi Gopal. So anybody knows this pastime, Sakshi Gopal pastime? This is also a very, very wonderful pastime of Lord and his devotee. So,
I know that the poor Brahmana, he wanted to give, actually he came to the temple, and in front of the temple, that poor Brahmana, that rich merchant was also there. So the rich merchant told the poor Brahmana who was not married, this was a small youth. So he told in front of him that I would like to give my daughter to you. And he promised in front of Lord Krishna. So what happened? He took him to his place, to the village, and then there he told that he would like to give his daughter to this Brahmana, but everybody were against him. They told, no, it is not possible for my daughter to be given. Even his wife also, everybody were against her. So that Brahmana actually he told that in front of the Lord, your father promised, so I think I need that this thing, so I want to marry you. And then Lord will come at the back of him only. He will tell that please don't turn back till you be continuing to the village. I will come at the back of you. But after some time, he won't be able to hear the anklets of Lord Krishna. So immediately he will turn, and there itself the statue will be formed. So and then the he will tell that, see, this is Sakshi Gopala, and then he will give marriage to the Brahmana. I think that is a story which I know. I don't know whether it is true or not.
Yes, Madhuri. I mean, very, very briefly, and some of the things you have mentioned very correctly. So full story is like there are two Brahmanas. One is old Brahman, which who is like even in Brahmanas there is upper class and lower class. So there is upper class Brahmana who was old man, and there was one poor Brahman who they both went to the Vrindavan Dham for darshan. And this poor boy, Brahmana boy, who was in lower caste of Brahmana, but he served this person, the old Brahmana, very nicely in Vrindavan, and he accompanied him for various places, for various dham visits. I mean, he was the dham person for him, and he visited along with him many places in Vrindavan, and he took care of him very nicely. So with impression, I mean, he got impressed with that boy, that old Brahmana, and that's so he promised that person, that poor Brahmana, that as Mataji has suggested, that as Mataji told, that he took a vow, or he committed basically in front of the Lord, right? The Lord, in front of the Gopinath. He just Lord Krishna, he said that I will give my daughter to you. Even this young Brahman, he knows that it's not possible, because he is from lower Brahmana family, and that is higher Brahmana family. He resist also that, no, don't take such promise, because I know it will be difficult for you. So, but still, that old Brahmana, he wanted to show his gratitude to this person, and he said, no, I will talk to my family also, and definitely I will marry my daughter to you, like that. So, but because he promised in front of the deity, all right, and this poor Brahmana, so similarly as Mataji narrated, that when they came back to their original native place, is Odisha, near this Puri only, that right, where Sakshi Gopal is there. There is one town. So there they came back, and so this poor Brahmana, when he old Brahman, when he talked to his wife and his son, so they were against it, right? Totally against. And so this person was old, and he was not able to do anything. So he thought, okay, leave it. But this poor Brahman, the young one, he knows that, because this old Brahmana took vow, or in front of the deity. So if he won't be fulfilling his promise, so it won't be good. I mean, deity won't means he will get some bad reactions, right? Because he has promised in front of the deity. So he was like well-wisher of that old Brahmana. That's why he went there at his home, and he asked that old Brahmana that you have promised this thing, so you should fulfill, otherwise it's not good, because you have taken the promise in front of the deities. So, but his this, I mean, the son of that old Brahmana, he beat him, and he throw him out, this poor Brahmana, young one, because they don't wanted to give his daughter or his sisters to the poor Brahmana or the lower caste Brahmana. So that's why. But this young boy, he was like, he don't wanted to even marry, like he will get money or whatever. But it was not like that. He just wanted to keep his promise, that old man's promise. So he went he said that even, I mean, these his family members were asking what was the proof. He just he is old man. We don't know. I mean, if he said something or to whom, I mean, in front of whom he said. So this poor Brahmana, young Brahmana, said that he promised in front of the Gopalji, yeah, the deities, right? So this person, his son, he asked him to bring him, or if he can come, if your witness can come, right? The Lord can come, and if he'll say, we'll marry, like that. He promised. So that's why this poor Brahmana again went to the Vrindavan and requested Lord that this is the matter. You have to come personally and solve this. So he said, the Lord said, I mean, he speaks, basically the deity speaks, and he said, no, how can I come, right? The deities can't move, like that Lord is saying. But this poor Brahmana, he was very smart, and he said, if deities can speak, they can walk also. So like that, there was a reciprocation between Lord and his devotee. And he was very, very staunch devotee. Like, I mean, he has very firm faith in the Lord that, yeah, Lord, if you will come and if you will become the witness, the Sakshi means the witness, right? So if you will become the Sakshi, you will definitely, and they can give their daughter, like that. So that's why he requested Lord, and Lord, upon his request, agreed. And like Mataji also narrated that, yeah, Lord put this condition that he will come, but you need not to look back if I'm coming or not, like that. So Lord was, so he asked, how I will get to know that you're coming. So this file and the anklet, right? The sound will be there. So you will get to know that I'm coming. So um, he was even, because from Vrindavan to this, it's near Puri only. So till that, it's very long journey actually. It's not like, and they have to walk only, right? So it was long journey. So in between also, even he was offering to the Lord in 3 times a day, like that. So it's like Lord also said that whatever you wanted to offer, you can offer. I mean, and I will take it, like that. So he was preparing some sweet rice or something every day, and he's giving to the Lord. So like that, Lord is uh, uh, accepting his bhoga also. And then when one day, like Mataji also narrated that the anklet sound was stopped. So he got worried that Lord is coming or not. So, but Lord's desire that he wanted to be recite in that place. So Lord stopped near this Puri, and there is. So he stopped there only, and because he moved. Yeah, this was the condition to this Brahmana that if you will look back and see me, I will stop there only. So this. So once he didn't hear the sound of anklet, Lord, he looked back and see the Lord, and Lord God is, means stopped there only. And there we have now very big, very nice temple of Lord where he got stopped only. So it was near to his town. So he went his village. So he went to this person, Brahmana's son, and he told that Lord has come, and he will. He is the witness for the whatever your father has said. So Lord has solved this matter, and happily he got married to his daughter, and there. So Lord reside there only, and that's why. So Lord himself become the sakshi or the witness for this Brahmana. That's why that Gopalji is called Sakshi Gopal. So it's very nice, wonderful pastime of Lord, and a very wonderful deity is still present near to this Puri, Jagannath Puri. So it was our great fortune. Once we have also visited Sakshi Gopal temple, and many devotees, because Lord was, this pastime is attached to this anklet, so many devotees go there and offer the anklets to the Lord. So very, very wonderful pastime. Okay. Any question or comment?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Okay, okay. Hare Krishna, Sandhya Mataji.
Mataji, you can go first. I'll go second.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji, everybody, Dandavat Pranam. So I heard that that sand got into the ring of Lord's anklet, so the anklet wasn't ringing. So that is what I wanted to say. You go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, what came to my mind is chapter 9, sloka 22. I would like to chant it also. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So this slokam says, but those who worship me with devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack, and they preserve what they have. So I could instinctively relate the story with this shloka, because Lord says that if you are really transcendently believing in me, then I myself come in help of you. So I wanted to share this shloka. And one small story in similar note: in Guruvayur temple, there was a pujari who used to do regular puja. One day he falls sick and he tells his son. Son is very small, but he is very well versed with the puja vidhis in Guruvayur temple. So he will say to his son that today you go and do the puja. So the son was thinking that every time my father offers bhoga to the Lord, Lord himself will come and finish the plate and he will go off. That's what his concept was. He closed the door. Bhaktajanas were waiting outside. He closes the door and he will keep the bhogas. He will do all the puja vidhi. After some time also he opens his eyes. The plates are as full as it is. It is not getting empty. So he will pray. He will think that he'll get so worried that maybe something is gone wrong in my puja. That's why Lord has not come and eaten it. So he will again pray with all sincerity. Finally, he'll start crying and he will say that now I cannot go home without you eating my food. I'm going to bang my head here itself. Before he could bang his head, Lord appears and say that don't do that. I'm going to eat it. And he himself, the boy will feed the Lord himself, and the plate will be clean. Now, after everything, Lord will be happy, Lord will be disappearing, and he opens the door. All the devotees waiting outside for the prasadam get really worried. They accuse the small boy of finishing everything instead of giving to them, and they will catch hold of him and they will be about to hit him. By that time, the Srikovil door opens, and then there is a Ashariri Akashvani saying that don't hit him. I myself came because of his sincere praise and ate the food. So this story also has similar meaning, I feel. So I wanted to share that as well. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much. So yeah, this first the shloka what Mataji has said, Yoga Kshemam Vahami Aham. So Lord is saying Aham means I personally come, right? So very, very really, I mean, it's touching and it's very understand. I mean, we should understand that, yeah, if we have faith, Lord is there to reciprocate. So similarly,
Prabhuji, Guruvar is the place where even Narayana Bodri, he was doing his writing about Narayaniam. That time he told, see, I wanted to know, you are such a small boy of just say 5-6 years old, and you say that you stood on that Kalia and you danced. I can't believe, unless and until you show me the thing, I can't proceed with that. And then Guruvayur itself, that Krishna showed him that how he stood on Kalia and how he danced. Then only he proceeded. For each and every this thing, Prabhuji, he asked, and then he nodded his head in that deity nodded the head. Then only he completed the whole Narayana, this thing, whole thing. everything, he sentence by sentence, Mata Prabhuji, he stopped. He told, is it correct? I wanted to know. Yes, he nodded. Then he went like that. And suddenly, whatever he had doubt, he wanted him to show. And he showed him that actual things, Guru Ayur.
There are so many very wonderful pastimes actually.
Yes, Prabhuji. He is still, that is the thing, Prabhuji. We can say that he is still there. People are not believing, but still he is there. We can't see him with our naked eyes, but only with the spiritual people can see him properly. But but people don't think that. They think, we are all fools and all those things. But they don't have any belief in that. Most of them don't have belief. I won't say. Yes, sir.
The same story what Mataji has narrated for Guru Vayu has happened in the Chaitanya Charitamrita also, Chaitanya Leela time also. So same, I'm not able to recall it, the name of, I think Raghav Pandit's son or somebody in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it comes. So that was the same thing, like his father went out and he asked his son to offer the bhoga to Lord, and that son has did the same thing what his father has explained him, but Lord has not, Lord has already accepted, but he the plate was full, so he again requested, and the Lord personally came and ate, means he accepted the offering personally. So similar things happened in Chaitanya Leela also. So very, very wonderfully same thing, right? We have seen recently, right, in the Guruvayur temple recently also this has happened. So Lord is reciprocating, right? And for us, we should understand that, yeah, when we are requesting Lord, or when we are praying to Lord sincerely, right, and with faith, and that Lord, please accept the bhoga, and when we are offering, right? So we should understand that, yeah, Lord is accepting our bhoga, right? Even in 926 Bhagavad Gita, right? We know that Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayashati, with the love and devotion, with bhakti. If we are offering this, a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or a water, right? Lord is accepting. Lord is saying, Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tad Aham Bhakti Uphartam, right? Asnami. Asnami means I accept it. Asnami Priyat Atmana. With love and devotion, if we are offering any bhoga, I accept it, right? So we should not be any doubt, right? Because many people are saying this kind of thing when we are offering, what you are just offering to the stone or murti or whatever item and idol, right? But it's not idol, it's not the stone, it's Lord himself is present in the form of Archa Vigraha. That's why in generally in South or in ISKCON temple, we call it Archa Vigraha. We don't call idols, right? Even idol or statue, we don't call. The Lord himself is present in the form of Archa Vigraha. And it is also given in the Shastras that Lord is coming in various forms. So one Archa Vigraha is the one of the form, right? And the Bhagavatam, the book, the literary incarnation is the Srimad Bhagavatam. So in the form of book, that's why our Shastras, our books are also as similar as Lord himself. We don't consider it is like normal book. That's why we should also take care of books, Lord and Lord's paraphernalia, right? Paraphernalia means everything, right? But whatever is associated with the Lord's form in the form of Archa Vigraha, Lord's form in the form of book, Lord form in the form of chanting mala, right? Anything which are used in the Lord's service is non-different than the Lord. So that's why we should also take care of these things very nicely, very carefully. So yeah, so these are very wonderful things. So let's continue further. Right. So here Lord Nityanand Prabhu is again. So Lord, basically Lord has taken the sannyas and he wanted to go to Vrindavan, but his mother requested to stay in the Puri, right? So in the Puri, while going to the Puri, Lord has visited Yamuna and then Sakshi Gopal, right? And so now he is reaching the Puri Dham. Okay, so let's continue. Anybody would like to read?
Yes, Prabhu, I will read. Prabhu.
Prabhuji, one second. Mataji, just one second, Mataji. Actually, in this Prabhuji, his sannyasa rod was broken by Nityananda Prabhu. The Lord became apparently angry with him about this and went alone to Puri, leaving his companion behind. Means Nityananda Prabhu broke his rod.
Yes, Mataji. So yeah, I mean, actually, this is also Mataji elaborately explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm not able to recall completely the context, but yeah, I think what I could remember is Nityanand Prabhu like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, it was like very it was both like sorrow and joyous moment for all the devotees, because Lord has very curly hair and very big long hair. So at the time of sannyas, Lord was looking very beautiful. So Lord has shaven his head, and I mean, many devotees got upset that why Lord is taking sannyas like that. But it was not like people are happy also because Lord is going to display his next pastime. But this time, I think Nityanand Prabhu, I'm not able to collect. I think he just wanted, he don't wanted to see him as this thing. That's why, because Nityanand Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like Krishna and Balram, right? So they have their pastimes. So Lord is also from outside, from externally, he got angry, but he was also internally, he was not he knows that what Nityanand Prabhu's mood is like. Nityanand Prabhu don't wanted to that this was the thing or something else. I'm not able to recall, Mataji, this full. I'll check and let you know. Yeah.
Okay,
So but this
no
is one full pastime actually.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhuji.
So yeah, and then he continued. But yeah, I think his followers accompanied from. They were also coming behind like that. We'll read and we'll get to know. Yeah, Shri Shamata, you can continue.
Yeah, okay. At Puri, when he entered the temple of Jagannatha, he became at once saturated with transcendental ecstasy and fell down on the floor of the temple unconscious. The custodians of the temple could not understand the transcendental feats of the Lord, but there was a great learned Pandita named Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya who was present, and he could understand that the Lord losing his conscience upon entering the Jagannatha temple was not an ordinary thing. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who was the chief appointed Pandita in the court of the king of Orissa, Maharaja Prataparudra, was attracted by the youthful luster of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and could understand that such a transcendental trance was only rarely exhibited, and only then the topmost devotees who are already on the transcendental plane in complete forgetfulness of material existence. Only a liberated soul could show such a transcendental feat, and the Bhattacharya, who was vastly learned, could understand that in the light of transcendental literature with which he was familiar. He therefore asked the custodians of the temple not to disturb the unknown sannyasi. He asked him to take Lord his home so that he could be further observed in his conscious constant state. The Lord was at once carried to the home of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who at that time had sufficient power of authority due to his being the Sabha Pandita or the state dean of the faculty in the Sanskrit literatures. The learned Pandita wanted to scrutinizingly test the transcendental feats of Lord Chaitanya because often unscrupulous devotees imitate physical feats in order to flaunt transcendental achievements just to attract innocent people and take advantage of them. A learned scholar like the Bhattacharya can detect such impostors, and when he finds them out at once, he rejects them. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So yeah, so the Lord uh, Lord got angry here with Nityan Prabhu, and he leave everyone, and he alone started going to Puri. He started uh, alone, but his other associates were also coming. He's also following. They are also following the Lord. But it's like, I mean, they were little behind. I mean, it's very far. And Lord was very excited to reach Puri Dham, so to meet Jagannath. So he was running like anything. So he reached a temple, and as soon as he reached the temple, he was in full ecstasy, the transcendental ecstasy, because he saw, and as soon as he saw the Lord in his Archa Vigrah form, he just fell down, unconscious. He became the unconscious in the temple courtyard only. And this is the learned Pandit Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya was the chief priest of that temple, and he saw that, and he understood that he is not a normal sannyasi. He is someone very special, right? So that's why he asked and he took him to his house. Okay, and then and after some time, like Nityanand Prabhu and other associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they also came to the temple, and we'll get to know more later. So yeah, anybody would like to read?
May I read, Prabhuji? Am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. In the case of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Bhattacharya tested all the symptoms in the light of the Shastras. He tested as a scientist, not as a foolish sentimentalist. He observed the movement of the stomach and beating of the heart and the breathing of the nostrils. He also felt the pulse of the Lord and saw that all his bodily activities were in complete suspension. When he put a small cotton swab before the nostrils, he found that there was a slight breathing as the fine fibers of cotton moved slightly. Thus, he became to know that the Lord's unconscious trance was genuine, and he began to treat him in his prescribed fashion. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could only be treated in a special way. He would respond only to the resounding of the holy names of the Lord by his devotees. The special treatment was unknown to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya because the Lord was still unknown to him. When the Bhattacharya saw him for the first time in the temple, he simply took him to be one of many pilgrims.
So this thing what has mentioned is here about that Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya is basically investigating the what is happening, what with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he don't know who, right? Who is this personality? But and it is also written here that many are like this becomes like they also like shows this kind of things to just attract others, right? Many sannyasis or many other people that we are in trance, and even in Vrindavan, if you have seen or you know something, like many are they are becoming like Sahajiya. Basically, we call it Sahajiya. So Sahajiya means they don't know, they don't have that much even knowledge or something, but they just they are in bhav. They are saying that we are in bhav, and with bhav they are saying something, or treating himself like some gopi or someone, right? The Lord, sorry, the gents, basically man, is behaving like some female gopi or whatever they are saying. But that kind of mood is very, very upper level, very, very high level, right? So we can't imitate. So these kind of things, basically, like here also similar thing, like is mentioned that many are doing like this to attract the people. But this was the case of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Lord himself. And Lord, when he is expressing these kind of symptoms, like he's becoming unconscious, and as soon as he saw the Lord, uh, and he is in super ecstasy, the transcendental ecstasy, right? So the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, when he is examining, right? So this thing is very much Prabhupada wanted to establish that it's not anything fake, and it's proven by like the third party, right? The Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who was actually the impersonal, means the Mayavadi, basically. He is the Mayavadi at this point. So once he get the association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, later we'll get to know that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya also turned Mayavadi to the Vaishnava, the devotee, right? So so that was the another pastime and very, very long discussion between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. But here, at this point, we should understand that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was like the third party. He don't know about anything. So that's why he examined. But when he examined, it is clearly mentioned that whatever the symptoms Lord is showing right now is not any fake or any this symptoms, but it's genuine symptoms. He felt very transcendentally blissful, transcendentally ecstasy. So we know that many, I mean, we can't even imagine this, that how this transcendental ecstasy where a devotee is becoming the unconscious. But this is the thing. So so in the meantime, like, yeah, so we are here, from here the companion of Lord has reached the temple. So this will clear more things. So yeah, we can continue reading.
I'll read, Prabhuji. In the meantime, the companions of the Lord, who reached the temple a little after him, heard of the Lord's transcendental feats and of his being carried away by the Bhattacharya. The pilgrims at the temple were still gossiping about the incident. But by chance, one of these pilgrims had met Gopinatha Acharya, who was known as Gadadhara Pandita. And from him, it was learned that the Lord was lying in an unconscious state at the residence of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who happened to be the brother-in-law of Gopinatha Acharya. All the members of the party were introduced by Gadadhara Pandita to Gopinatha Acharya, who took them all to the house of Bhattacharya, where the Lord was lying unconscious in a spiritual trance. All the members then chanted loudly the holy name of the Lord Hari as usual, and the Lord regained his consciousness. After this, Bhattacharya received all the members of the party, including Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and asked them to become his guests of honor. The party, including the Lord, went for a bath. Went for a bath with the sea, and the Bhattacharya arranged for the residence and meals at the house of Kashi Mishra. Gopinatha Acharya, his brother-in-law, also assisted. There were some friendly talks about the Lord's divinity between the two brothers-in-law. And his argument, Gopinatha Acharya, who knew the Lord before, now tried to establish the Lord as the personality of Godhead, and the Bhattacharya tried to establish him as one of the great devotees. Both of them argued from the angle of vision of authentic Shastras and not on the strength of sentimental vox populi. The incarnations of God are determined by authentic Shastras and not by popular votes of foolish fanatics. Because Lord Chaitanya was an incarnation of God, in fact, foolish fanatics have proclaimed so many so called incarnations of God in this age without referring to authentic scriptures. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya or Gopinatha Acharya did not indulge in such foolish sentimentalism. On the contrary, both of them tried to establish or reject his divinity on the strength of authentic Shastras. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So here we can, in previous para also, Prabhupada has mentioned that Lord is gaining his consciousness just if he he heard some sound of Hari or Krishna, right? So like that. So when all the companion of Lord reach the temple and they get to know that Lord is in Sarvabhaumacharya's house, so they chanted the name of Lord Hari, Hari, right? So as soon as he heard, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard the name of Lord, he got his consciousness back. So like, we know when Lord has appeared in this material world, at that time also, everyone is chanting Hari, Hari, right? We have read initially when he was taking birth, that time was it's lunar eclipse, right? And that eclipse day, that's why these days are means we call it unauspicious, but if we are chanting the name of Lord, it becomes those unauspiciousness means get nullified like that. So that's why when Lord appears, he teaches everyone that even if it is unauspicious day, if you'll chant the name of Lord, it becomes the auspicious. And Lord is coming, right? Lord is coming, Lord is appearing that day. So it's, and his purpose was his purpose of appearing is like to ask people or to inspire others, everyone, right, to chant the name of Lord Hari. So that's why whenever we have also read, right, this past time that Lord is crying, but as soon as somebody is saying Hare Krishna or Hari Hari, so he suddenly stopped crying, right? We read initially, right? So similarly here, as soon as Lord heard the name of Lord Krishna, Hari Hari, like that, right, Lord got his consciousness. So so here after that, Lord, so this Gopinath Acharya and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, right? What is their relationship? They are brother-in-law, who is who known
Gopinath Acharya, no Prabhuji?
Yeah, Gopinath Acharya. So here it is. Yeah, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who happened to be brother-in-law of Gopinath Acharya. So basically, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's daughter is married to Gopinath Acharya, and Gopinath Acharya become the brother-in-law. Okay. Okay.
They have married two sisters.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, they have the relationship, this thing, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Gopinath Acharya, and both are scholars in the Shastra. So they are, and Gopinath Acharya, from beginning, he is like he was personalist. Basically, he has faith that Lord has personal form, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya has the faith or his philosophy is that Lord is in impersonal form. So that's here also, like as soon as Gopinath Acharya saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he understood that he is none other than Lord himself. Lord has came to in his personal form. So that's why Gopinath Acharya and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was like debating here. But their debate is based on the Shastras and not as a strength of the sentimentalism. So this is very, very important. Even we see that people are in general, right? We met many people, right? And we meet in our college or our office and wherever, right? When we talk about uh, spirituality or the God, right? People start giving their own arguments, but if they are presenting anything from the authentic scriptures, right, then we can debate. Otherwise, we should not debate only whatever they are saying, because they are not based on the Shastra. So they can say anything. Anybody can say anything, right? So we should not believe. We should not even get it into the argument. But if so, here like argument is going on based on the Shastras. So even in the Shastras, right, we know that impersonal behavior of Lord is also present, and personal behavior is also present. Personal, the philosophy, right? But the when somebody understand. In Bhagavatam only this shloka will come. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagwan iti Shabdayati, right? So Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagwan, all the three are representing the one supreme personality of Godhead. But there are three level of realization. So Brahman realization, and then Paramatma realization, and then Bhagwan realization. So Bhagwan realization is supreme. That realization is telling us that Lord is the impersonal. Lord is personal. Right? Lord has the personality, right? So and so they are fighting. They are basically arguing based on the Shastras, right? So so this is what I mean. We should understand the things even when we are in the progressing stage of our bhakti, our devotional life. We should understand everything as a part, means from the Shastras. Basically, we should read, right? That's why it is very important. We are saying that we should hear from the authentic speakers only, and authentic scriptures only we should read, right? Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and who has written from the devotional perspective, not from like just for money making perspective, or just to publish their own version or something like that, right? But here we are very fortunate that we are in association of in ISKCON, right? The association of the ISKCON devotees, where ISKCON's founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada has given us the devotional perspective of Lord, of all these scriptures, not any sentimentalism, or not any not only for not for just for publishing the things, right? It's authentic, and it's very well basically written by Prabhupada, that the mood of the reader will become the devotional, right? The Krishna conscious, right? They will become the God conscious. They won't do something like other people are doing, just to cheat others or like that. So that's why this authentic script, we should take the shelter of the authentic scriptures, authentic devotees, and basically the Prabhupada's books, right? So Prabhupada's books, when we are reading, we are in right association, right consciousness, right? So that's why the things are, become clear also in our mind, right? We are not following any sentimentalism or nothing. So Prabhupada generally says that what is that? Let me recall it. Religion without philosophy becomes sentimentalism. Yeah. So religion should be followed by the philosophy, the strong philosophy of this Krishna consciousness, what Prabhupada has given. So, so we should not get it into the sentimentalism, but whatever, even like when we offer lamp or agarbatti or other things, right? So many people criticize that you are just wasting these things and other things or whatever, right? When we are doing abhishekam, right? Abhishekam of Lord we are doing, but it's pleasure for Lord, and that all the things, the juices, the milk and other things is not getting wasted. It's becoming the Charnamrit, right, of Lord, and then we are distributing to the devotees. But many people are saying, right, it even in like, if many people have seen the PK movie, right, when the devotee is pouring the milk to the this shivling, right? So it's good. It's showing like it's going to wasted, right? So like that. So people are saying like, why doing so this? Because they don't know the reason. This becomes the sentimentalism, right? So we should also whatever we are doing, whatever we are following, we should understand it with philosophy. Philosophy means the reasoning, basically the reason why we are doing this, why we are doing this, or why it is like this, why it is like this. So, and in ISKCON and basically in Krishna consciousness, it's very, very clear, very, very nice that we have every answers of all these type of questions, and everything is based on the Shastras. Everything is based on the scriptures. There is some foundation. So Prabhupada has established very nicely these things, all the things, whatever we are doing, these are like, that's why I mean, very, very well supported with philosophy. So philosophy should be, we should also become strong in this, so that other people can't argue with us, and we should establish, right? Anything we are doing, we are not doing just like that. There is some Shastras praman for that. So that is very important. So so I remember that Shobha Mataji is there. Shobha Mataji has asked, I think Shobha Mataji is not there, but Shobha Mataji has asked about, no, sorry, Harita Mataji has asked, I think, yeah. So Harita Mataji is also not there, but that why we are doing 4, 2, 3, that and 7, that order, the lamp offering, right? So I discussed with Kartikeya Prabhu, but the number, he was also saying that number we don't know why it is like 432, 4237, but the idea behind this is to become more focused in worshipping in the Lord's form, right? So it helps us to become more focused, like when we are doing. And as I was saying that 4 times to the lotus feet, so we should more attach to the lotus feet. That's why more times we are focusing on the lotus feet, and then belly, and then 3 times to the face and full body. So we should understand the Lord's personal form and focus on the personal form. That's why we do the 7 times lamp offering to full body, right? So that how, I mean, we should understand, we should have the questions, we should have the arguments, but based on the Shastras, and when based on the understanding, we should follow the things, right? So this is very nice. That's why I just wanted to share this. Okay, so we'll continue this from next time. From here later it was disclosed, yeah. So there are a lot of things in this introduction part itself, but I hope everyone is getting some level of understanding of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, some level of means we are able to discuss the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime is very elaborately explained in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, like we have Bhagavatam sites, 18 books. Similarly, Chaitanya Charitamrita was also, I think, 10 or 11 books. So Chaitanya Charitamrita means the Chaitanya Leela basically. It's also very vast and very elaborately explained by Srila Kaviraj Goswami. Right. So hope we'll discuss sometime. But right now, before starting the Srimad Bhagavatam itself, we are discussing the Chaitanya Leela. It's very we are, I mean, very fortunate. So, right, because of Srila Prabhupada, we are able to get the Chaitanya Charitamrita in very crisp, right, along with this Srimad Bhagavatam itself. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
I would
Hare
like to
Krishna.
share one point on not following religion. Can you hear me, Prabhuji? Am I
Yes.
audible? Yeah.
Yes,
So-
yes. Yes, Mataji.
So today it is Ekadashi.
Mataji, we are not able to hear you because your voice, I think there's some network problem from your side.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji,
I think
she's going on talking, but we can't hear.
I have been muted, Prabhuji.
yes, Mataji.
I
Now,
think so.
I'm audible.
yes, Mataji.
Okay, so my husband was asking me, so you are only having nuts and fruits and not rice and any other things you cooked. So I said no. So there is a philosophy behind it. So he is not interested to listen, but there's a philosophy for which we don't have grains on Ekadashis. No, Prabhuji, like that. We shouldn't be blindly religious. We should follow the philosophy behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, many
Prabhuji,
fasts are there, right?
Prabhuji,
Many people are doing many kind of fasts, right? But they don't know why they are doing.
Yes.
or even if they are knowing, they are doing for some material benefit, right? So we know why we are doing the Ekadashi Vrata and why it is important for all the devotees to, or even in general for all the people to take this Ekadashi Vrata very seriously, right? Because there is some scientific reason also, there is spiritual reason also,
Yes.
right? So, and definitely the this astrological reason also. So there are three reasons, and very nicely there is one lecture by Amrendra Prabhu, His Grace Amrendra
Yes,
Prabhu,
Prabhuji.
and very nicely he explained all the three:
Yeah,
astrological,
all the three.
scientifically, and spiritual reason in that video. I will request everyone, today is Ekadashi, you can send that video again, and that will again spiritually recharge you to understand the importance of Ekadashi Vrata and following it in subsequent Ekadashi's days and others
Prabhuji,
also.
but why we are not taking grains? Is it because of the digestion or anything like that?
That's what Antaji, there are.
There is a video, very
videos.
nice video by Amarendra Prabhu.
I'll
Okay,
share that.
please. Yes, Prabhuji, please share. We'll see. But anyhow, I'm fasting today, so
There are three reasons, right? So all the three, whatever we can understand or whatever we can like for as a devotee, we should understand the spiritual reason. But for others, we should also know the scientific reason and astrological reason also, so that person to person who we met, we can explain them if required, right? So,
yes, Prabhu.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
there is scientific reason also. We are not taking grain, and so even nowadays, I think you must have known about this fasting. There are many people, I think, got not many, but two gentlemen.
Prabhuji, intermittent
doctors,
fasting,
they got
36
Nobel
hours.
Prize. Yeah, some people got Nobel Prize or something for just proving this fasting thing. How, I don't know, but I don't know Nobel Prize, but I think something.
Yeah, Prabhuji, Japanese theory, autophagy.
So
That
whatever.
induces
Now they will bring some other name or something like that. But in Indian philosophy, in our Vedic culture, these things are from years, right? From decades. We know, we just now wanted to see something from coming from the Western side. Then only we'll accept. But as an Indian, this is kind of the perspective of Indians. But whatever is given, our Shastras and our Vedic scriptures, we'll read, we understand. Means in a month, twice, means in 15 days gap, this Ekadashi is coming. And this is, now they are approving, the scientists are saying that if we'll do twice a month, the fasting, our digestion will be good, or our life, even life will be more, or many things they are proving now. So many reasons. So whatever, I mean, if that suits you, or that helps us to make us going, or to understand, I mean, to make others understand that, yeah, at least do some Ekadashi or whatever, the Vrata or whatever. That's okay. But as a devotee, as a the follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, follower of Srila Prabhupada, we should understand that, yeah, we should do Ekadashi because Lord is pleasing with us, right? We should understand this much and we should do. But definitely, it's good to know all the reasons. We are just wanted to please the Lord. That's why we are doing. We don't even want our good health, but it's coming as a byproduct. We just wanted to please the Lord. Anyway, yeah. So thank you so much, Mataji. Anything else anybody would like to share?
So next week it will be Saturday, Prabhuji? Saturday only?
Yes, Mataji, will actually, yeah, because of we have marriage in home, so in my brother-in-law's marriage only, so we are little weekends only we are doing some personal things, so sometimes Saturday, sometimes Sunday, but yeah, definitely I'll inform that day or maybe one day before, so that we'll plan. Mostly we'll do on Saturday or maybe Sunday. We'll try Saturday. For a couple of weeks it will be like this, but bear with me. I mean, maybe Saturday or Sunday we'll do, but we'll try. Maybe we'll have some lectures by Nishan Prabhu also, because few weeks I won't be able to take. So I'll request Nishan Prabhu or some other devotee, they will take the session.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.